Welcome aboard Rocket Ship, the platform with the most relevant content for competitive examinations. As part of our answer writing series for general studies papers of civil services main examination, we'll take up a question that might come in GS paper 2. So here goes the question. The Public Accounts Committee has a pivotal role. Explain. Also, give a brief account of its composition and functioning. Now, this is the type of question that can be said to be open-ended questions, because the question does not say in what areas the Public Accounts Committee, the PSC performs a pivotal role. You have to explain it, giving examples if possible. In the second part, you have to give a account of its composition and functioning. Now, my understanding is the question needs you to justify how its composition and functioning are related to the pivotal role which is discussed in the first part. What we mean here, how its composition and functioning are related to its pivotal role, and in fact how its composition and functioning reinforce it in performing those roles, help it in performing the roles that we discuss in the first part. Anyway, so how we introduce our answer? As is customary, we can give a brief outline of the Public Accounts Committee. The Public Accounts Committee is one of the three financial committees of the Parliament of India. Almost everyone here is aware of that it is one of the three financial committees of the Parliament, apart from the Estimates Committee as well as the Committee on Public Undertakings. And for some of you who are really feeling adventurous, it is constituted under Rule 308 of the Conduct of Business Rules as well as the Rule of Procedure of the Lok Sabha. Anyway, the committee, coming directly to the pivotal role that it performs. The committee has a pivotal role in holding the executive accountable for its financial decisions, including receipts and expenditure of funds. The committee ensures transparency to, as its proceedings reveal, the rationale of government's revenue decisions, both its receipts as well as expenditures. You can well appreciate that in India the government's financial decisions are almost never open to questioning. We do not have much idea why some particular decisions has been taken, but the proceedings of the Public Accounts Committee give us some peek into the rationale, the reason behind the government making a particular decision regarding receipt as well as expenditure. Again, this is an evolving role. The committee has adopted an increasingly prescriptive role. That means it prescribes some, for example, measures, etc. As it often suggests measures, we are discussing it. It often suggests measures to make government finances, both receipt and expenditure, more efficient and effective. What we mean here, that sometimes the Public Accounts Committee actually makes suggestions as to how the government is not being efficient in collecting more, for example, more revenue, whether they are tax pilferage or things like those. And also it also discusses the effectiveness of government expenditures. What is meant here is that it sometimes discusses whether the government expenditures have achieved their intended objective in terms of benefiting the intended beneficiary and so on. Now coming to the composition of the PSC. The committee is composed of 22 members, of whom 15 are from the Lok Sabha and 7 from the Rajya Sabha, elected as per Proportional voting based on party-wise strength in parliament. It does not need explanation here what party-wise strength and proportional voting mean. The members are elected for 1 year and in fact they are eligible for re-election. Again we are making this point that PSC's composition reflects its pivotal role and how it strengthens its pivotal role. Actually, the very composition of PSC reflects its pivotal role in ensuring accountability and transparency. How its composition are related to its function in ensuring accountability, holding the government to account, and also in making government finances transparency. As we can see here that no minister can be its members to ensure it is independent of the executive. We can well appreciate that the PSC is one of the mechanisms through which the legislature, that is the parliament, holds the government accountable. So it is natural that no member of the government, no member of the executive is a member of the PSC. That would strengthen its independence. Moreover, as per convention, we are almost all of us probably aware that the PSC is headed by, it is chaired by a member, who belongs to the opposition parties. This is also again one of the measures which make it independent of the government, because in India's system it is normally the government and the party are related. The government and the legislative party are related, but having it chaired by a member of the opposition makes it independent of the government in still more ways. Proportional representation makes it a bipartisan body, as both ruling and opposition parties are represented on the committee. This also ensures that the opposition also has a voice which are often critical to the government. So this is one of the mechanisms through which we can ensure that even voices which are critical to the government, critical to the government's financial decisions, can be heard. The Public Accounts Committee functions as a forum of discussion and scrutiny. Its prime function, please underline it, please highlight it, its prime function has always been to discuss the reports of the Comptroller and Auditor General. We are almost certainly aware that the Comptroller and Auditor General presents its reports to the President, who gets these reports presented before the Parliament through the PSC. It scrutinizes government receipts and effectiveness of expenditure, as we were talking about earlier. It sometimes holds public hearings on important matters. This makes its proceedings accessible to the common people. Now, summing up, the Public Accounts Committee ensures transparency of government finances, holds government accountable as to receipt and expenditure, and above all, it is the nodal mechanism through which Comptroller and Auditor General performs its task prescribed by the Constitution. We are probably aware that the Constitution envisages particular tasks for the Comptroller and Auditor General. In that task, it is provided that the Comptroller and Auditor General, please note it again, that no ministry is the nodal ministry of the Comptroller and Auditor General. That is made to keep the Comptroller and Auditor General independent of the executive. But because the Comptroller and Auditor General is connected to the PSC, in this way it helps it connect forward to the legislature, and by this measure the legislature enforces accountability on the executive. So this is how we sum up our answer for today. But before we sign off, we have to make a very important observation, and it was actually a personally lived experience also. that most of the time we tend to ignore essay paper. But to think of it, this is one of the easiest ways you can fetch more marks, you can fetch extra marks. So please do answer writing practice also. We were not able to have like a person more time for discussing essays this year, but we would again implore you to practice essay writing. So that is all for today. We wish you all the best. Thank you.